What else are you working on at the National Pain Centers that you want to talk about? And also, how can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, so one of my biggest passions over the last couple of years, really dates back to just how I was raised. Really raised with this sort of hardwired into honesty or ethics. Do the right thing and they will follow.
Yeah.
So one thing I've noticed over the course of the last few years is fraud, lying, cheating, stealing, counterfeiting has been a big problem. So that's something that we also have worked on quite a bit, which is trying to change the medical world, well, the whole world, but definitely the medical world in the counterfeiting space. The World Health Organization has estimated that up to 50% of antibiotics are counterfeit.
Counterfeit? Just like
fake.
Placebos?
If you're lucky, they're placebo.
Wow.
Some of them may contain agents that are dangerous to you.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's a big deal, So they think that maybe 10% of the U.S. supply chain is counterfeit. So why is that a big deal? Next time you're sick, next time you get a bronchitis or something.
You get your Z-Pack and nothing happens.
Exactly. Was it the real thing? Was it counterfeit? We have a few different types of counterfeits. We have illegal counterfeits, truly things that were made by some random person in a little one-bedroom village or something that has a lot of bad stuff in it.
Yep.
We have legal counterfeits, also called generics. So certain generics don't contain what they advertise, or certain generics contain fillers that are really not very good, and they're not the same as a brand name.
So there's no checks and balances system in place for us to know?
The problem is the FDA really doesn't go and visit all of these factories all over the world.
Sure.
If they're lucky, they'll go once every 10 or 15 years. There was a big case that happened in the late 2000s where a major generic pharmaceutical manufacturer was caught multiple times making generic medications that they shipped to America. They were actually a big generic supplier for America, and they had nothing in it. There was literally no active ingredient, and they produced a lot of antibiotics, by the way.
Wow.
There was no active ingredient in there. And then on top of that, they found that some of them had excessive amounts of rat poop and
terrible
other
things that you find in factories that you shouldn't have.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be putting in your mouth,
Right.
So finally, they shut them down. They banned them from America, and another pharmaceutical company bought them out very closely after, and they're probably doing it all over again.
Back up and running.
Who knows?
I mean, people who get pregnant and they say they took the pill might have had one of these 10% non-functioning pills.
They may have. Beyond that, remember, that data that you're seeing, 10% side effects, 2% side effects, that's with the brand name.
That's with the one that works.
Right, exactly. So that's a big problem that we see, and something that I think that a lot of people in America, a lot of physicians in America have absolutely no clue. No idea about. And so we hope to be able to educate people a little more on that, and hope to be able to work on technologies that can actually solve that problem.
Right.
Technologies where if you get a pill, it's real.
Right. There's like a little system where you can put it in. It's almost like a Geiger counter, right?
Yeah, anti-counterfeiting technology where it's real, and so nobody can pull a fast one on you. So I think that could transform medicine in so many leaps and bounds and save money.
Right.
Right now, they're estimating that up to $200 billion a year of counterfeit medications.
I was going to say, think of the financial implications behind counterfeit meds.
Right.
Wow.
It's huge. And that doesn't include the morbidity and mortality that's associated with that. That could be in the hundreds of billions as well.
Unbelievable.
So if you can stop something like that, not only have you saved people's lives, but you've saved a lot of money. So that's a huge interest of mine, because I think that, you sort of fast forward and you sort of say, how am I going to leave my legacy in this world?
Right.
Boy, if I can make a difference in that world, that's a big legacy we can leave. We can save a lot of people's lives and save a lot of money.